From News 10 NBC, coverage you can count on. This is News 10 NBC at 5.
The next thing I know, my leg is burning, and I'm laying in the road trying to get myself set back up.
This man has lost his leg after he was hit by a car while riding his bike. The driver took off. Now there's a reward for anyone who can help find that person. Kevin Royston told us riding his bike wasn't a hobby, it was his life, something he did almost every night after work. I'm Janet Lomax.
And I'm Rich Funky. Now that part of his life is over, at least for the foreseeable future. Doctors had to amputate Royston's left leg at the knee because the damage was just too severe. The hit and run happened a week ago Tuesday. Kevin Royston was on his regular route on Town Line Road in Rushville. He says he was hit from behind by a car that he never heard or saw coming. Berkeley Breen was able to talk to Kevin in his hospital room today. Berkeley, does he have any description of the car or the truck that hit him?
Unfortunately, he does not, Rich. He told me that by the time he was able to lift himself up off the ground, the car was already gone. He thinks it was a car because of the sound of the engine. He heard that. We started our conversation going back to that moment that he was hit.
Just riding up the hill, just like I normally do every time I go for a ride. And the next thing I know, my leg is burning, and I'm laying in the road trying to get myself set back up so I can see if anybody else is coming.
We talked to Kevin in his hospital room at Strong, his amputated leg wrapped in a bandage. When he was hit, Kevin was nearly at the top of this hill in Rushville. The only thing he remembers is chaos.
Because, you're riding, you're focused on getting to the top of the hill, and the next thing I know, it's a lot of pain, legs burning, and trying to figure out why you're bouncing.
The impact knocked Kevin down into the ditch. He was lying there, badly injured, waiting for the driver to come back and help him. But he says the only thing he heard was the engine revving and the car pulling away.
Kept waiting to hear the tires on the road. You know, when somebody stops fast, you can hear the tires on the asphalt. I don't ever remember hearing any of that.
Kevin was helped when another car came by and stopped 30 seconds later. Then the medics showed up. There are still bandage wrappers in the ditch. Now there's a reward to help find the driver. It was started by Jim Hogan, a friend and a man who owns a bicycle business in Geneva.
I hope that somebody who knows something, heard something, saw something, comes forward and we find that person.
Can't thank them enough for doing that. That's might be the only thing or only reason that we find this person.
The reward includes money from Jim Hogan's business, which is called Geneva Bicycle Center, and from Kevin's own family. The total tonight is $11,000. So if anyone has information, they should call 911 and ask for the Ontario County Sheriff's Office. Rich, Kevin told me that he has good days and bad days since last week. Cycling was just a huge part of his life. He says the person that did this to him, and I'm quoting from Kevin here, just took away 20 to 30 years of my life.
That's terrible. Does he have any other surgeries scheduled now?
Well, he's got one scheduled for tomorrow, as a matter of fact, and his family told me that after that surgery, they'll have a better idea as to how many more they'll need. Kevin says he's going to be at Strong Hospital for 4 days after his last surgery, whenever that is.
Hopefully the reward will help solve this crime. Berkeley Breen, live in the newsroom tonight. Thanks, Berkeley.
A Rochester police officer shot and killed a pit bull today after 2 teenagers were bitten. Officers got the call for pit bulls going after teens who were walking in the 300